Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is just going to be a nice fun arena milestones grind. I've not exactly been at it since the cyber deals, mainly because I spent 5 weeks solid grinding out every milestone that was possible going and saved up at 25,000 units, I think it was at the end, and it wasn't really that worth it. So yeah, not really sure what we're going to talk about on this stream. Like I say, it's just a fun arena grind. Yay! I thought I'd put it together. Like I say, I'm not expecting an awful lot out of this stream, mainly because it's just boring as hell. So yeah, but I am going to do a featured 5 and 6 star. So this will probably be probably about an hour stream or so, maybe a little bit less, depending on. Probably actually it's going to be a little bit less, depending on how it all goes. But hopefully everything will hold, and my kids won't wake up because they had some stream issues last time. So this is all I've been doing is the 5-star. Yeah, the 5-star arena grind. Mainly because I started late, and to be honest, I just really can't be asked. Yeah. So I hope everyone's well, enjoying themselves. I was thinking about, because I don't really have the subs for like a question time. Not like some of the big boys do. But I do I was going to sort of put something together, maybe. But I don't have, I haven't made any guides yet, I just haven't got the time. But I have 100%ed book 2. So I thought I might talk a little bit about that and who to use, but really, if you've got Ghost, then you've pretty got most of it set. Which you can probably do about 80% of book 2, not all on our own. I was half tempted to do a sort of rundown of champions and where they're useful. But I think I don't particularly believe in the tier guides, because I've been asked many times who to rank up next and blah blah blah, and it all sort of. If you go and have a look at a tier list, mainly for like Beyond God tier lists of Seaton and stuff like that, the thing is with tier lists is that yes, they give you the best idea of who to rank up, mainly because like they're best in class or one of best in class, and for certain scenarios their utility is helpful and all that sort of stuff. But to be honest, a lot of it is solely based on your progression, and that's the only reason I don't believe in tier lists, because you could rank up someone that would get you through sort of end game content, but if you're not quite there yet, the trouble is with end game content, especially like Act 6, you need quite a diverse roster to get through Act 6, and if you go pumping all of your hard-earned catalysts and materials into a Beyond God tier champion that doesn't have any uses in Act 6 or has very few uses in Act 6, then you're going to really struggle, and it's the same with the variants. there's certain champions that can get through that much easier. So it's a bit sort of not niche, but you know what I mean. It's not entirely helpful to you to go and pump all of your resources. It takes you a lot longer to get hold of on a champion that's not really going to get you any further in the game. I mean, like Book 2, there's a handful of champions that you need for that. It's probably one of the easiest ones. How's that cataclysm? What's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Haven't seen your name yet. So yeah, there are some champions. Like I say, Book 2. There's a handful of champions that you need for that make it a bit easier for you. And then there's parts of, if you're just exploring Book 2, then there's not really, like I say, if you have Ghosts and you're good with Ghosts, then she can do so much of it that it's just a bit silly not to. But but I'd say to 100% it. Ghost obviously one of the top choices for a good chunk of it. Archangel for Weapon X. That makes that fight very easy. Namor or well, it has to be his 200 signature Namor. Or Omega Red for Electro Luke. This is we'll talk about the mashup ones at the minute. I have heard on Gwenpool, or Gwemperion as it is, I have heard that Red Mags works for her because it's the old Gwenpool with Hyperion's skills and energy gain. But all of the mashups don't have special 3, so you don't have to worry too much about that. But the Gwemperion fight, ultimately probably one of the more annoying actually, because they have the same nodes on it as what the Kang does at the end of the tech variant. I think that's 5, variant 5. But she, because it's the old Gwenpool skin, she's still metal, where they took that off later on. So Red Mag seems to be the one to get the way forward, and I believe there's a synergy with Mystics on knockdown to heal block. I haven't actually looked into that, but all I know is that she's metal, so the ability accuracy is reduced massively. So the chance of her healing to full, if you don't incinerate or shock her, I think it is, or heal block her, then she'll return to full. But because there's no special 3, you don't have to worry about it too much, especially when it's just a special fest. I mean, I actually quite enjoyed that fight. I thought it was quite fun. But most of them are pretty self-explanatory. Like I say, the main champions that you need to 100% Book 2. Ghost, Corvus has a few paths in there. Warlock will really save your skin on a couple of paths, especially the XL path. Stealth suit, pain in the ass. Yeah, so you got Ghost, Corvus, Archangel, Warlock. Claire does some good work in there as well. But who else? Colossus can do quite well on the Vision Arcus fight, because Armor Break immune and Cold Snap immune. So I think for the most part, that's really kind of about it. I will try and make a guide up Oh, what's going on with the armor up to this guy? Calm down. But there are some really fun fights in book 2. I will hopefully be trying to gather units on my other account at the moment. But hopefully, nice. Hopefully I'll be doing parts of 6.4 very soon. It's only got to 100% 6.4 from the Darkhawk chapter onwards. It hasn't got that far to go. But the trouble is some of them fights can be quite costly if you don't get them down well. But that's the Grandmaster fight. I absolutely love that fight. I think that's the best fight in the whole game. But I haven't done any of Act 6 for ages, since before they nerfed it all. So the last time I was in Act 6 was when it was all really hard. It could be quite costly. So that should be a bit of a fun learning curve. Oh, what's going on with these matchups? Ugh. Oh yeah, like I said, hopefully I'll be able to put some guys together very soon. So I think that most people are either doing a run through of book 2 at the moment rather than 100% in it, although it is so much easier to 100% that chapter than it is to 100% Act 6, depending on where you are. Where in Act 6 you need a bit more of a diverse roster. The book 2 stuff is a lot easier, and you don't need half as many champions to get through it. But all of this arena grinding now is just really just to build up some units for Abyss, because that's the only thing this one's got left. This account's got left to do. So yeah, I started a YouTube channel with an account that's got literally nothing left to show you. But hopefully this won't take too long, so I won't have to bore you forever. Nearly through the 6 stars. Why is it not giving me any X-Men? There's obviously an event on at the moment in there for killing X-Men in arena. For weird sort of coin revive things. I'm not really sure what it's about. Ooh. But yeah, at the moment I'm having almost first world problems because I am pretty much a free-to-play player. I don't really buy units anymore, only because I don't want the heartache of buying units or buying, because I don't buy cav crystals just to get through content. I normally get caught by that one. But I bought the sigil for a month because of the featured I think it's 2k shards off, getting a featured 6-star from the sigil. Oh, that should have killed me. So yeah, so it was so that was all like a wise move to do that and buy the other bits and pieces from it. But now that's expired, I have 10 tier 5 basic in stash, and I have another, I think it's 12 tier 5B in tier 5 basic in overflow, and the first one expires in about 8 days, I think. So I've got to try and use it rather fast, and I don't really have anyone to rank it up. I asked where X-Men was and I get 3 mutants. That's helpful. Ugh. This is not going to be a fun fight. So yeah, so I have an awful lot of tier 5 basic going into expire. So I need to come up with a plan rather fast. Hence, most of the purpose for this video. So yeah, so I either buy another sigil, which I don't really want to do, so then I only have to rank 5-1 personal, which is Cosmic Ghost Rider, if you haven't already seen my other opening. Straight into that. I always assume that every Emma Frost is awakened, so you've got dash at her when she launches her special. No, I do get caught by it quite often if they're not awakened. So yeah, so because I got Cosmic Ghost Rider, he will go to rank 5, but I don't have enough tier 4 basic to rank him up. So at the moment he's rank 3 as a 5-star, obviously. I've got a couple of paths left of Master to do, and then that will give me enough to take him to rank 4. I do have a 4 to 5 gem, but I can't use. Well, I won't use it, just because of the tier 5 basic that I've got expiring. So yeah, so at the moment I'm sort of against it because I've been out of an alliance for a few weeks. So so now I'm sort of stuck because I don't have any resources to open to get tier 4 basic, and there's no point in doing the daily one because that's just rubbish. So at the moment. It's just a case of trying to get them down as quick as possible. Like I say, I need to spend four. I need to spend four tier. Yeah, I need to spend four tier 5 basic even. To give me another 10 days, I think 10, 12 days before my next ones expire. So hopefully at the end of this video, with the featured opening, I will get someone that I can rank up in the 6-star, because I maxed on 1 to 2 6-star gems as well. So I have 3 of those. So yeah, it's not the best situation to be in, as glorious as it sounds. So how the rest of you doing tonight? How many people are in there? 3. Raking in the numbers. It is a new channel. I'm not complaining. I thought the stream was going to drop out. Ooh, X-Men. Yay. I don't know why they set it at 10. It means you got each one you've got to fight and kill 10 X-Men for it. And it's ridiculous, really. I don't know how many there is in total, but there's a few. I would imagine you're allowed to use them in other parts of the game, but I haven't tested that theory yet. We're really hoping for Apocalypse out of the featured crystals, especially the 5-star featured crystal. I don't know if any of you have seen my other opening video yet. It didn't go that well. I opened, in that particular opening, I opened 15 5-star featured and 1 6-star featured. And I got, I think I got 2 Spider Hams, 2 Sentinels, who's the others? Oh, Red Goblin, which I already had a 6-star of. Then I duped the 6-star Red Goblin with the featured 6-star. And then, what else did I have after that? Oh, I can't remember. It wasn't very good, either way. Right up until the point I got Cosmic Ghost Rider, and that pretty much saved the whole opening. And then I think it was only, I think it was about the next day. I think I had enough shards for another one, another 5-star, and I just opened that and got a 5-star Gamora. So it's pretty safe to say that it's not going well when it comes to crystal openings. I think that's what I've said before. On this account, on this particular account, it just gets so many bad pulls. Don't get me wrong, I have a couple of reasonable ones. It's not all dire. I do have Now that I have book 2 100%ed after my horrendous cock up of the Legends run, it didn't leave me in a very good mood to want to play. And then I got the crystal opening that was pretty poor. And it's just so disheartening. This game is like so up and down, like emotionally. So hopefully, yeah. Hopefully the 2 crystals at the end of this will be the ones I'm after. That was easy. I have been trying to make plans to make more videos. It's just finding the time to do it now, and hopefully everything will come together towards the end. As I have plans to make Act 6 videos and stream. Hopefully they're going to be able to stream the Act 6 stuff I'm doing. I know there's a lot of guides out there already for Act 6, but Act 7 not so much. So I don't really know where to put my focus yet. Whether to put a guide together for book 2, or just continue with Act 6 on the other account and stream that. I would imagine that there's a bigger amount of people that haven't done 100% Act 6 yet. And like I say, I think that most of them are going to be, if they've done it, if they've gone through Act 6, then they will just be going after a clear through of book 2 instead of 100% in it. Another one of those. If you've got the right champions, that is pretty easy. That's what Act 6 should have been. But at the moment, yeah, there's a lot of people still stuck in Act 6. And not to mention the fact that I just want to fight the Grand Master again. So that was so much fun. Because I remember when I first went through Act 6, I got through a certain part of it, because I tend to 100% everything chapter by chapter. And I remember going through Act 6 and I got to the point where I just could not 100% anymore. I didn't have enough champions in my roster to do it. So I got as far as I could and then just carried on with just completion. And so I got that done. But even then, there was 6.4, like pre-nerf was just insane. The block damage you took, and if you got caught, you were dead, no matter what you had. And that was just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. That'll do, I think, actually. Yep. It would be nice actually if I could put a pole out to see what kind of content people wanted. I have no idea how to do that though. if you got any suggestions on how to do that, then let me know, and I'll put it out there for people to vote, and I'll make the videos on it after that. Nice. Right, so that's the all but 2 to the end of the 6 stars. One day I'll get in and get in between a heavy on purpose, not just by accident. Man thing's awesome. I don't care what anyone says. Look at him, look. Meh. That'll do. Yeah, call me when the next one comes up. So where's the smart money on for the 6 star? How many people are going to vote for Cable? I'm pretty sure he is in the 6 star featured. But who knows? Okay. Let's see who's the... So great. I absolutely hate Arena. Yo! What's up, Jacob? How you going, man? I went over and checked out your channel the other day. I did sub. I don't know if it actually tells you who subs. I think it does. Will Medusa work for 6.1.2 Sentinel? Yeah, I think she does. But I think it's a really long fight. I think it's a really long fight no matter who you use for that. I'd have to look into it. I'm pretty sure she does. Hang on a minute, I'll actually have a look now. Like I say, this is knowledge that was gained what seemed like a decade ago. I mean, I can only remember about half of book 2, so. Oh, hang on a minute. Let me just clear through this. That's the last bit anyway. It's the biohazard. I think if you can armor breaker, then armor break him, or armor shatter him, then yes, I think it does. But if it's biohazard, then really Ghost would be your top choice if you have her. have a look. Book 1, 6.1.2, 6.1. Oop. I'm reading it out and I still managed to press the wrong button. Okay. Oh yeah. Is this the... Oh, that's right, because I had a 4-star in there, didn't I? Let's just have a look. This sentinel. Ah, yes. Block proficiency. Alright, so you don't have ghost. That's a bummer. Biohazard. The defenders. Right. Defender gains 1% of max power each time a buff is nullified, expires, or removal. Alright, so ideally no mystics then. I'm pretty sure Medusa would work as long as you can get an armor shatter down quite quick. But I would imagine... Why does it put you into book 2? I would imagine if you do get armor shatter, then you should get an armor shatter first, and then rush basically for a special 3, and then only special 3s thereafter. So it'll hold. So it should be. Right, so you have no ghost, you have Gully 2099. We should be able to ramp up quite easily. Aegon, if you've got him, can also do it. Obviously you ramp him up on the way there. No to Colossus. Dragon Man would do it. Anything is ideally you if you took in mutants, I know he'd get to his analysis much quicker. I have a 5-star awakened Aegon, so that won't work. Hey? You have an awakened Aegon? Or an unawakened Aegon? Right, okay. Yes, unawakened, right, fair enough. I say mutants would work. It would give him his analysis charges quite quick. But if you've got red mags, Omega Red, Colossus would be another one. And yeah, that would be about it. Because red mags, with him being metal, reduces his ability accuracy, but rank 4 Colossus. Well, you can build a team around Medusa. Are you looking at 100% in it, or are you just doing a run through? Because basically you could do it if you have any of these. Not sure how well. You'd have to watch the bleed stacks with Omega. Colossus would be another one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Medusa can do it. I'm pretty sure that once you get that armor shatter down, then nothing will trigger after that. First time completion. So yeah, so basically if you have anyone that's on the left on my screen now, you can pretty much build a team to get through for a first time completion from them. I mean, obviously Warlock would probably be one of the better choices. Obviously because the biohazard is immune to poison and bleed. Yeah, Gully's immune to it all. The only thing is with Gully, if you don't have, obviously you use her in the fight before, special 3 to kill to get your 100 combo for the next fight. Only use one of the pre-fights, one of the bottom 2 pre-fights, not the crit one, because it's a bit of a waste of time. But only use one, so you've got a bit of a cushion there. So if you have 2 Digisouls, you consume one for one of the pre-fights. So when you get, I think it's below 25% health, you'll get a shot of health back. And obviously with her being immune. And if you can time her special 2, you should use. You have 2 of those. I never use any. Well, to be honest, you should. I mean, Gilly 2099. If you're Alliance War, if you're in the tiers that have got, if you come against an alliance that's got flow as their main, whatever you want to call it, not stubborn, flow. She's an absolute god for that with the Power Steel Digisoul or pre-fight, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, so she's so they're definitely worth using one. I mean, in that particular respect, I'd probably use the health steal one on the medium. It's not a massive steal. 15%. That's right. I knew it was around there somewhere. But if you use the health steal one, then it'll give you back your block damage that you take. But obviously, as soon as you start, then you want to be parrying heavy to 5 just to give yourself that combo shield. Because if you get clipped and you lose that 100 combo, then it's going to be a very, very, very long fight. But that's. So if you've got Gilly 2099 and Medusa was the other one, I'm guessing, out of the 2 you said. Because if they are, then yeah, then I would take those 2 and then just build the team around, just to get you there. All right, back to Fun Time Arena. Yeah, so yeah, I'd take those 2 and then just take a team to get you there. That would probably be the easiest way to do it. It'd be another one of those at 6.1. If you're trying to get through 6.1 to get to 6.2, I wouldn't try and spend too many units trying to get through that one fight, because if you're going to put in like a few hundred in revives, then just put in 40 and just buy a energy refill to go again. Because once you get that to go again, because 6.2, especially the champion, although he's easier now that he's been nerfed, that can end up costing you quite a lot of units. My first attempt at that, it did. But I was trying to do it. I didn't have Symbiote Supreme or Captain Beardo. So it was kind of a bit of a brutal event. I used Hood, but it was only a rank 4 Hood. And yeah, it was a very, very long fight and very, very annoying. Like I said, but that was pre-nerf. Yeah, Symbiote Supreme, he's an absolute beast for that fight. Doom is also a god for that fight if you have him. You have a 6-star Self Spidey for the champion. Nice, nice, yeah. Because yeah, if you've got him ranked up, because I believe he comes in very handy for the symbiote boss in 6.4, which is also a very, very fun fight if you don't have the right counter. Oh, switch that. Yeah, Symbiote Supreme, because if you've got Mystic Dispersion, stick that on. Go through the easy path, stick Mystic Dispersion on, and you'll just be spamming specials for fun. And after a special 3, you will get a kind of like a temporary protection shield, which is always handy. So if you do accidentally push into special 3 or take a special to the face, then it will save your ass. Yeah. You do have a MD, yeah. So realistically, if you're going to run MD, then you really want 3, a minimum of 3. I wouldn't bother going for 5. Because that's just a silly amount of power gain back. It's almost uncontrollable. With Symbiote Supreme, once you get to special 3 and you start bleeding them and all the rest of it, the next cycle will give you power control. And that's kind of the one that you would control the fight with and keep him away from you. Because there's certain phases that he goes into that makes him unblockable on, I think it's on light. I believe it's on light. So if you do die and you're in that particular phase, then make sure you dash back as soon as you start the fight, because he generally will come straight in with the light and combo you straight away and kill you. So I think there's 2. I got it in my head that there's 2 phases. One's unblockable on medium and the other one's unblockable on light. I could be wrong, but there's definitely one. 100% there is definitely one that you get from unblockable light attack. You'll have to go back and read through the phases properly. It's a lot of information. Believe me, it's a lot of information. I have absolutely no idea how Symbiote Supreme works. Basically, he has a whole bunch of cycles. Every time he ticks over 1, you get a block of power. After that, what you want to be aiming for to do with him is get into a special 3. You're looking for the symbol that looks like a leaf in the top left. Once you have that, if you launch a special 3 just before that expires, or just to make it simple, get to a special 3, you'll get that leaf symbol. If they can bleed, you will put a bleed on them for every hit. The next cycle, when that one expires, will give you a power drain on, or a power steal, should I say, on special 2. So you would be then spending pretty much the next phase, which is the power steal, just spamming special 2s just to get his power down and control the fight, and then you'll wait to go back to special 3 again. When you get the hang of him, you will get to that point where you will get that leaf symbol, and you will start to bleed, but without having the special 3 off. And then you would then learn to time that to launch your special 3, so you would then chain them bleed cycles together. But that's once you get the hang of him, really. So yeah, basically special 3, special 2, special 2, special 2, special 3. All the other cycles would just give you an armor break or a weakness or something like that, but they don't launch it. Just wait for a special 3, and then you're pretty much there. The only time you'd ever launch a special before that is if you're in trouble, like against a wall or something like that. So it's kinda a bit. You should not really end up against the wall, to be honest. So yeah, so pretty much that is all there is to him. And he sort of comes across as a bit complicated, but once you actually know what which phase does what, when you can start to utilise him. But it is literally special 3, special 2, and you only have to use special 2 if you're trying to control the fight. So once you're out of that leaf symbol, I can't remember which symbol it is for the power drain. I know it when I see it. But if he's almost like a special 3 or something like that, and you let the special 2 go, then obviously you're just going to power drain back. And you can keep him away from you. Oh, I knew you would. Yeah, because I've got to learn how to play Cosmic Ghost Rider yet. I haven't even looked at him. I just know he's good. Oh yay! I get another technically fake revive. I don't know what's that about. Use this continue coin to revive one champion and restore 25% health. And it expires. Well, I don't know which way around the dates go. I'm going to assume that's March. But as it's an American game, I'm going to assume that it's actually February. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's the one. I did have red mag. Okay. Oh yay, more mutants. Here's metal. I don't think it's gonna take too much longer to be fair. Person's got limber on. Come on. I watched a video yesterday, day before, on Professor X in Abyss, and holy crap, this guy was like absolutely the control that he had, Professor X, was just insane. And it wasn't like he was doing little fights. These were like hard fights, like proper abyss fights. And he just absolutely tore through them. Like he was critting for, like once he built him up, which don't get me wrong, it did take a long time, and it looked quite boring if you like, because all he was doing was parrying and heavying, but cancelling his channeling and stuff like that to get additional prowess charges and refreshes and all that sort of stuff, and it was just absolutely nuts. And like he was critting. He was hitting the crit cap, like 85k. Just obviously because he didn't have suicides on either, because he's not particularly suicide friendly. And he was literally just ripping this guy apart, and like he was going through just over 200 hits, and he was just spamming specials like crazy. I'll tell you what, it was absolutely amazing to watch. Yeah, I love Professor X, but I can't use him like that, not yet anyway. Oh, first game crash of the night. I'm glad they've been fixed. Yeah, because I've got 4 paths left of the Abyss on this account. I could probably get away with doing one now, but as it stands at the moment, I'm just going to keep saving, and then hopefully be able to do them consecutively, like a couple of days apart or something. Where am I going? Arena. $102 prowess. I watched this guy get 102 prowess, and just one special one automatically killed the Grimperium with Professor X. How long was the fight to get 102 prowess? That must have been quite a long fight. Oh, there we go. Look, Symbiote Supreme. I think the symbol that's up at the moment, that is the armor break one. And the next one should be the leaf. Yeah, that's the one that would bleed. I'm not going to be able to show you properly. Yeah, 17 minutes. Yeah, I thought it might be. That's okay if you're in Abyss. 102 prowess. I did a Legends run with that on that, and I literally was taking in everybody that was a heavy damage dealer and doing 20 seconds of damage, and quitting out before all the health came back, and that was Ghost, Corvus, and then finishing it off with Warlock, I think. But that was before I knew that she was metal. Otherwise, I would have used a totally different tack. But it was still fast doing it the way I did it. Because yeah, I need to double check that synergy that I was talking about earlier. See if I can check it now. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's with Mystic on the team. Champions, or at least I think it is. Red mags. While Wi-Fi and Metal Champion special attacks gain 15%. Nope. There you go. Knocking the opponents down has a 100% chance to inflict a 12-second heal block. So as she is metal, because she's the old mashup Gwenpool, you'll get a massive ability accuracy reduction, and with a Mystic on the team, you'll get a heal block every time you knock her down. And his playstyle is parry heavy. So yeah, that would work no end. And because you'd only need 2, so a Mystic and red mags, if you had Ghost and you wanted to do a run through, that would be the easiest way to go. I did a run through of Book 2 on my other account, and if I hadn't have made, I think it was 3, it was over 3 or 4 stupid mistakes that cost me a death, I would have been able to do the whole run through without using a single revive. But that was mostly Ghost on specific paths. I hadn't watched any guys, it was just went in and had a look. And it was only up until I started my Legends run that things started to go really wrong. Because when they went really wrong, they went horribly wrong. His special 3 did... Is that 566? Is that 560? 56? No, it is 566,700 on the first hit. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know why you'd want to build him up that far. Oh, I suppose you only have 20 seconds on that fight, don't you? I mean, like, yeah, there is some proper cheese paths for Professor X in Book 2. There's a mutant path with Vision Arcus, boss at the end. And if you have Professor X and a mutant energy boost, like 200%er, you can pretty much get to a special 3, your 100 charges, and you can stay in special 3 and just launch special 3s for the entire fight on the entire path. So that is all it is, just get to special 3 and just keep launching it over and over and over and over and over again. And by the time you get to the end, obviously you've got 4 charges, 4 Cerebro charges, which gives Colossus 100% special damage buff. And because Colossus is armor break immune and cold snap immune, and you have still got the mutant boost on, you can pretty much walk that fight just by doing special 2s. So yeah, so you would literally get to the first special 2, parry, first hit of the heavy, special 2. By the time that's finished, you've got another one. So you can just spam that. And because he gets so many armor ups from buffs, from debuffs that he's immune to, if you've got a higher Sig one, you can absolutely rip armor ups all the way through that fight. It's just proper cheese. There is another path, I think, for a Ronin. I think I'll talk about this on another stream, actually. Someone did tell me what it was, but I can't remember now. I actually ranked forward my Ronin just for that fight. Just for that path. I think there was only one problematic path on that whole only one problematic fight on that whole path. And I think that was Infinity War Iron Man. That was at the end of that path. But no, I did enjoy going through book 2. That was like a refreshing, change to get a new act that started off that was actually enjoyable instead of a monster grind. I mean, I think 6.1. I think the first quest had the no retreat node on it, didn't it? If I remember right, or it was there somewhere. And unless you had Ghost, that made that an absolute right pain. How many more have I got? Not many. I only go down as far as Guardian. Another X-Men. Oh, he's metal. I don't actually know how to use him properly yet. I got him and I heard that he was quite good, so I just rank 5'd him to get rid of some catalysts. I don't know exactly how to use him. Yeah, yes, 6.1 is scary. Yeah, that was when that first came out, and people started getting into it, and they couldn't get their head around not dashing back twice. And like I say, unless you had Ghost, because Ghost, there was Sabretooth. There was a Sabretooth on that. On I don't even know if it was the boss. It might have been. But obviously, his special one, you cannot physically dash away from it and not get hit. Or you take the degen, which or either. But Ghost, you could, because Ghost could phase long enough to phase the first 2 hits, which was enough time for the no retreat to reset before you could dash out. Missing the last, so that was the only way that I could do it, where it was that you didn't get hit and didn't take any degen. But obviously, like if you had the hood team as well, you didn't really pay too much mind to the degen, because obviously when you had hood on there, you didn't take any. I'm embarrassed to say, but I used like 10 revives on that Sabretooth. Yeah, a lot of people did. But it was one of those that that was definitely as a act 1, you know, as the first quest of a new chapter, or a new act, should I say. That was just like incredibly harsh. Like I say, but I'd had Ghost for quite some time by then, and I pretty much lived playing her all the time. And you know, it got to the point where I was so skilled with her that it was I pretty much walked through that chapter. But it was the same with Crossbones, the Crossbones boss. There was people scrambling for it, and it seemed to be Iceman was the only sort of real counter for it, and all that sort of stuff. And I was doing it with Ghost. And when people started asking me who I used, and I was like, Ghost. And they're like, how? And I took a video of it. And bear in mind, this was a long time ago now. So I took a video of it, and they're like, oh my god. Like, it was, like, they couldn't believe I just did it with that. But then Ghost was, well, she still is. She's the best enemy game by a long way. In my mind, anyway. There's only a very few handful of fights that she can't actually do. And that's just because you get armor broken from the start. I mean, even book 2, there are some fights that have got some parts that have got Man Thing on there, and Man Thing can put pustules on you, catalyst, whatever they're called, that can burst when you're hitting him, and armor break and poison you. And I was doing that on my Legends run with Ghost and just killing him much faster. I was fully expecting to be armor broken, but because Ghost hits so hard, and obviously I had suicides on for the entire run. I 100%ed the whole thing. Yeah, 100%ed the whole thing with suicides on, where I should have really took them off. It probably cost me a couple of revives, but I say because I'm such a Ghost fad, it was, and I've been playing it for so long. Once you get the timing down for recoil, you don't have to you don't have to worry about suicides. You just get all that extra damage and take none. How far are we away now? Not far. That's about another 4 fights, I think. Arena is the most boring thing in this game to me. You and everybody, mate. You and everybody. I say I lived in Arena for 5 weeks straight to get 20. I think it was 24,000 units in the end. Just for the Cyber Weekend deals, and I was doing every arena. And I hitting every milestone in every arena for 5 weeks, and it was just grueling. Like, I saw a video of someone that had set up a machine that was like that was putting wheels on stuff like that on your phone, and a button that was being pushed, just to do arena, just to leave the phone with it. I thought that was quite cool because obviously it's not botting or anything. I thought that was really funny. I think Rich the Man covered that on one of his news feeds. But I did think that was an absolutely epic idea. I really did. Obviously, he's like studied the timings. I knew you'd let that go. Really? Twice? You did. That's not me farting, by the way. That's my chair. New chair. The leather hasn't quite bedded in yet. Must look really good every time I move, like. This guy in my LA is mad about first time duping Red Guardian. Red Guardian is awesome. and he has some he has some really good places in this game. Like if you're fighting Dormammu is one of them, because he can't gain any buffs, so you don't get degen by him. Yeah, no, Red Guardian's awesome. There's a Symbiote Supreme boss somewhere in Act 6. I can't remember where he is. You take a Red Guardian for that, get him against the wall, and just spam heavies. Special ones, blah blah blah. I think he even can do the. I'm not sure how well he'd do it, but I'm pretty sure he can do the Symbiote boss in 6.4. As soon as you get to special 1, then you've got a slow debuff that you can refresh on parries on heavy. So yeah, because even just to prove my point, obviously higher Stig the better, but it depends on the rest of your science roster before you pump stuns into him. Yeah, because I have him rank 5, only level 40, but I haven't needed to do any more with him. So I got him, awakened him, put 26 into him, and then left him there, and then naturally duped him. So yeah, he's definitely well worth having. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell him. Yeah, man, get on him. Or bring him in here, I'll tell him. Yeah, because the thing is with Red Guardian, because he doesn't gain any buffs, so anyone that he comes against, say Dormammu is one of them, Symbiote Supreme, because an awakened Symbiote Supreme, anytime you get a buff or he staggers you, he will damage you with his awakened ability. And obviously when he can't gain buffs, Spite nodes he's great for. Mojo's another one. Act 5. Act 5 is such a step up from Act. Hang on. Oh, Act 6 is such a step up from Act 5. Yeah. They made that. They made the transition from that to that. As the I think it was 6.2 when that came out. Someone won the Legends title after 8 days. It took him 8 days to do the Legends run, just because there were so many gates and no one could be bothered. Everyone hated it that much. But again, that's another one that there's so many. If they would have removed them gates, that would have been much easier. Or even just allowing 4 stars. If they would have allowed 4 stars in there, that would have made people's lives much easier and not so angry. Because there were so many fights in there that needed such a diverse roster to get through. You know, like 3 or 4. Was it 3? I think it's 3. It might even be 4. 4 6 stars, and 6 stars at that point when that came out were relatively new. So yeah, so some of them gates, like the Cosmic Path with the Mordo boss, that was an absolute pig. If you didn't have Corvus Proxima and a couple of others, I can't remember who they were now, then because you could quake the Mordo boss, so you'd need, yeah, it was four cosmic, but that the fights that were on that path had a permanent 1% regenerated Iron Man Infinity War near the end of the path. You had a Nebula about halfway up the path. So you needed, I think it was, you needed an Incinerate immune and a Bleed immune and a Poison immune across 3 fights, I think it was. And then you had to have a heal block at the end. And there was like a Don't Go Gentle node, which, if you haven't come across that yet, that one's an absolute pig if you can't get the charges off before you kill them. So, yeah. And like I say, so you needed a very, very specific roster. Otherwise you were having to buy your way through it. Alright, here's my new champ. I'm not going to pretend to know how to fight him. I just know not to dex. That about covers it. I'm just going to use Torch for the moment. Yeah, Torch can do quite a lot of it, but there's a lot going on. There is a hell of a lot going on. There's a lot of nodes that make that fight increasingly harder. But Quake, if you can Quake, and you have Quake, she seems to be the easiest one. Or me personally, I found her the easiest one if the fight went well. Because 9 times out of 10, if you get the timing right for his power game, it won't proc if you are charging a heavy, or if especially if he's stunned already on a quake, so you get 2 of the debuffs that remove ability accuracy. So it's definitely one of those that's much easier to get by with Quake. But yeah, you're probably right. I mean, Torch can do it, but like I say, there is a lot going on and a lot to look at. But when pre-nerf, before they nerfed everything, I would probably have put him at the worst boss of the whole of Act 6. Closely followed by Mysterio, but they've nerfed him now too, so you don't have to worry about him so much. Who was the Wasp was the other one. There was a couple of people that recommended Wasp, but it is sort of one of those that I have not ranked my Wasp past rank 4, and I don't intend to either. I mean, she hits incredibly hard straight out the bat. No build up required. No, nothing like that. But the trouble is that, I mean, don't get me wrong, but when she was like pre-nerf, everything hit so hard, even through the block, even through a parry. And because she's a glass cannon, much like Rocket, you were just taking just a crazy amount of damage through the block. Yeah, I need to get the hang of using him. It's very hard not to dash back. Alright man, I gotta go. Might be back if you're still alive. I'm literally going to be finishing this stream in maybe a couple of rounds, not even that, because we're now at the end of where I wanted to get to. So yeah, two more rounds. So I'll be going as far as Panther. And then I'll do the opening and then I get off. If you did want to hang around, maybe. Oh. Oh no. A special one's going to give her a lot of power. Okay, if you're only serious, yeah, I'm going to be out of here in under 10 minutes. Probably under 5. So I've got 5 fights left. And then the 2 crystal openings. I was going to save them up to do a mass opening, but because I have the tier 5 basic problem going on, I need to open them and I need someone good. Like really, really bad. How long have we been going for? Hour and a half. Alright, okay. To be honest, it would have been under an hour if I wasn't chained. Yeah, so this will be the last one. And then it will be on for an absolute disaster of a 5 and 6 star featured. I hope not, but I never hold much hope anymore. So I had after the last 16 crystals, 17 crystals, 16 featured 5 stars and 1 featured 6 star. And I had, and that was my 7th? It was either 6th or 7th featured 6 star that I've opened since the new pool, and I got nothing. I suppose an argument could be made for Falcon, but ultimately not who anyone would be going for. I want to rank this guy up. I do like him, and his special 2 hits so hard. Hopefully you get someone good here, hopefully. That's all we ever do with playing this game, is hopefully. Always hopefully. Alright. That's that. Onto the crystals. As I am not expecting much. We'll do the 5 first. And pray. So, same story as last time. Mortal Abomination or Apocalypse is who I am after. So, here we go. I say my last 16 crystals out of here have been horrible, apart from Cosmic Ghost Rider. And here we go. Crystal number 1. And it is going to be another Sentinel. That's the 3rd Sentinel out of these crystals. Oh dear. They got him, awakened him, and again. Wowzers. Alright, now for the big boy. This is the one that's important. Oh, it always makes me nervous. I don't like spending 15k on 6-star crystals because I don't. The basic pool has quite a few champions in it that I don't have, and when I'm massively stacked on tier 5 basic, it's kind of a bit silly. Alright, here we go. Should we pep this one? Yeah, just to make it feel like we're not getting screwed, but then get screwed harder when it comes up bad. Right, feature 6-star crystal, same deal. Cosmic Ghost Rider 6-star would also be awesome, so we're back to the 3 I want. So, here we go. Another 15k up the Swanee. I don't want to press it. Okay, here we go. Oh. Yeah, stop! Get in there! Get in there! Oh yes! Oh yes! Thank for that. Holy crap! Yes, yes. Oh God! Oh, get in there! I don't know what to say. Let's go. Let's go. Indeed. Wow. Well, that took only only what, 7 crystals? Oh, I don't believe it. Oh, I genuinely don't believe it. Oh yes. Oh yes. I better not shout too loud or I might wake kids up. And that will make everything really bad. Oh, yes, yes. Oh, I am so relieved. And there was me thinking it was going to go horribly wrong. That was me. I gave you that. Nice one. Nice one. Is that in return of tips and tricks, is it? Oh, yes. Oh, guess what? Oh, I just don't believe it. I genuinely don't believe it. Oh, you are definitely going up right now. Oh, this is where I don't have enough ISO because I haven't been opening anything that's been giving me mutant. I'm not going to do a gameplay video, but yeah. Oh, thank God for that. So now I just need to get the other 2. Not to sound ungrateful, but yeah. Wow. After all of that, I actually genuinely thought I wouldn't get anything thereafter. It was a good job. It was a good job I punched the air like a bit higher because my microphone is only there. Just would have seen a black thing just go. Ptoom. All right. Well, I'm going to have to open. I'm going to have to open some skill and mutant because I still need to get rid of these. Wow, lots of ranking up going on. Lots of ranking up going on. All right. Well, I'm going to leave you guys with that. Thank you so much for watching. That was it actually makes a change to actually end the stream on such a high instead of a miserable. But no, that is definitely awesome. Thank God. But no worries. Thank you very much for watching. I'll leave you all to it. I'm going to bed, and hopefully I'll see you again on the next one. Oh, you're welcome for the AFOG. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. Take care, guys. See you on the next one.